Yo, what is up YouTube? It is your boy E2 Blurry, and we are back at it with another YouTube video for you guys. Today we're going to be doing a mid taper tutorial. Let's get right into it. Alright then y'all, the first thing you're going to do is punch in your first guideline. I like to punch mine in like an upside down U shape, just so it could create like a pop effect. And I've also learned, just from the trial and tribulations of cutting hair, just just go all the way around the head with your guideline, so you don't have to be picking up your trimmer, putting it back down. You just get it all done, one go, one shot, and so then you don't have to worry about no guidelines and just making sure that all the guidelines are even and everything. And while you're at it, just make sure to line up, the neck area and the C cup, because I also learned that when you do that, you're mapping out everything where you need to cut to cut inside those. Try to see it as borders. You're trying to stay inside those borders. As I realized, if I were to do this again and not, put my borders up, that's what I like to call them, then the fade would not be as neat as it would if I did put in these borders. Now I'm just going to start at the back of the head. I also transitioned into going to the back of the head just because I feel like, especially if you're cutting someone new learning their hair texture, the back of the head is the most forgiving because you have more room to work with. And let's say you do mess up or something, it's not going to be like the biggest thing in the world as if you were to do it on their sides, because their sides is going to be more noticeable than the back. But yeah, we're just punching in our guidelines, taking out that first guideline with the lever closed. As you can see, I am using the dual coil clippers. I do have a secret. I'm going to have another video for that on how I turn these into absolute hitters. And now we're just going in with the 1.5 lever close, going above that lever open line, and just make sure that we are expanding our guideline. That's also how you get that nice blurry gradient effect, that white, gray, black. When you stretch out your guidelines, it gives more room for the fade to transition than it just being a compressed fade. And now I'm going with my zero guard lever open, flicking up and out, not digging in, my flicking right at the top where I would have been doing my 1.5, flicking out right there, so you could see that transitioning. We're in the middle, we're in that pocket, in that gray area of the head. And now we're just closing the line, or close the lever, flicking out that middle line. As you can see, we in there like swimmer, guys. Like, we're not even 5 minutes into the video and you already got a blurry back taper. This is how simple. All you need is two guards, the 0.5 and the 1.5. Throw away everything else when you are doing these tapers. Those are the only two guards you need. And as you can see, we're just detailing, perfecting those little imperfections in the haircut. But that back taper, blurry boy, come on. Now we're onto the side of the head, and now I'm debulking on my 2 guard. I like to debulk on the 2 guard on the side, just making everything one nice even length for the haircut, and now I'm just lining up that C cup. This is also the other border, I like to say, because now I'm going to fade in between that C cup line and where the neckline is, so the fade is in between those. And now we're going with our lever open, flicking out about half an inch, not a quarter, half an inch, not a finger up, half an inch above our broad line. And you know what I'm saying, just spreading out the guidelines, you know what I'm saying, as I said earlier, just makes that gradient just, you know what I'm saying, so much smoother, nice ombre effect. And now we're just taking out that line. As you can see, you can't see no bottom line. That's how it's supposed to be. Now we're going in with our zero guard open, so it's like a 1 right now, but not really. And we're just, you know what I'm saying, flicking above that line. Boom, close the line, flicking at the line a little bit above it. And as you can see, in there like swimwear. Now all we have to do is just do some tiny little detail work. So once you get these steps down, you'll be able to fade in your sleep. Now with the 1.5 blending into that 2 guard, and now as you can see, everything just starting to slowly come together. I know we have a faint line right there. We're gonna get that out with our zero guard open right after this. As I was saying, if you simplify your steps, cutting hair will be way easier. If you making sure you know what you're doing next, so you know, so you could get these haircuts out in 30-45 minutes with a satisfied client. Because one thing that a client will always love about a haircut is if it is fast, efficient, and good. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be sitting in the chair for an hour and a half just to get a haircut. These people have lives too. So always make sure, you know what I'm saying, we're cutting in a nice, efficient manner for our clients. And now we're just lining up that C cup. You know what I'm saying? Making that nice pop effect. And what else more can I say? We're just going to be touching up that bottom line, and then to help blend into the bulk just a little bit, I'm gonna go with thinning shear over comb. You know what I'm saying, just to blend into that bulk, so we don't have to use a 3 guard, just in case, so we don't you know, go up too high. So we're just blending into the bulk with the shears. And now we're on the left side. You know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna talk to you guys right quick. You know what I'm saying, how you guys been? You know, it's been a couple weeks. We are still on the grind, guys. Let me know how y'all have been in the comments down below. And the thing that I'm going to talk about today is, you know, routine. You know what I'm saying, you always want to make sure you have a good routine. You know what I'm saying, start off your day during the day, because I feel like when I have a good routine, my days go good. And when my routine is messed up, or you know what I'm saying, something throws off my morning or something, my day kind of gets shot. So always make sure, you know what I'm saying, if you have a routine, to stick to it, and make sure that if you don't have a routine, to try to get in a routine and see how better, you know, your days will be, and that will eventually lead up to your life becoming better. Because routines is basically the foundation of your day. If you have if you have like a bad day, it usually results in something bad happening in the morning time before your day even got started. You know what I'm saying, when you wake up, or for me at least, when I wake up, that's the most pivotal part of the day, because what I do after that could literally make or break my day. So I've been really focused and locking in on just, you know what I'm saying, sticking to the routine, sticking to the basics of my morning, and not try to, you know what I'm saying, do anything else that would mess it up. Because if you have a strict routine, just like how all these others, if you look at all these other successful people, they have a routine that they stick by. And if they didn't, then, not saying they wouldn't be where they are, but they wouldn't be as successful as they were, because they wouldn't have everything nailed down to a T, to where it's just like second nature. They don't even have to think or second guess about what they have to do next in the morning. So you know what I'm saying, that's just, you know what I'm saying, a little yap session for y'all. Just making sure, you know what I'm saying, if you have even a night routine before you go to sleep, just make sure you have some kind of routine, you know what I'm saying, something that will keep you guys honest in life. Because the worst thing you want to do is just be scrambling and just going with the flow, because if you just go with the flow, then you'll have no direction. And routines, it builds a direction for the rest of your day to go accordingly to however you want it to go, no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have, not even saying you have to like wake up like early, but when you wake up, make sure you have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go on your phone and scroll on your phone for 30 minutes. Get up, get active. You know what I'm saying? Eat a nice healthy breakfast or whatever meal you eat to start off the day, because that will truly decide how the rest of your day, and if you keep on repeating these patterns, your life will go. So yeah, guys, as you can see, that fade is blurry, but we in there, you know what I'm saying, just doing a quick little detail work, and we're gonna get right into the lineup. Now we're just lining up the head, doing the front lineup, starting in the middle of the head, working side to side, you know what I'm saying, making sure just tapping in. He does have straight hair, so I'm just going to be combing down, because with straight hair, you know what I'm saying, hair on top will fall over the hairline, so just always make sure you're combing so that you're lining up everything, so the lineup will be nice and crispy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have any overlapping hairs on the lineup. It's not going to make the cut just look clean. You know what I'm saying? You want everything to look clean and crisp. You know what I'm saying? I say that just treat every haircut the way where you would want to get your haircut, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Treat it like you're giving the best experience to someone else the way someone gave you that great experience. So that's how, you know, I go inside my mentality with this haircut. So, you know what I'm saying, no one wants a jacked up line, so make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're taking your time with the lineup and making sure you're precise with the lineup. And there you go, YouTube. This is the final result of the haircut. If you like the haircut, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's E2 Blurry, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.